and there's one. Get set.
Oh, and me, Newman. Right, yeah, let's go. Okay, right. Well, we'll have done introductions, but I think we'll just quickly do introductions. Firstly, thank you so much for joining us. This is amazing. Thank you. A huge thank you to Mike, who's kind of thrown himself in the hot seat and said, yeah, come on, we'll do this, which is amazing and amazing for us because we get to play in it. So thank you all so much for being here and being a part of this. We think it's going to be really cool, but Mike's done what I like to call a bird box move on us. So we're really excited because we haven't seen character sheets. We're just going to be going on a mega ride here with Mike. So this is why it's called Mike Mares. But if we start over with Cosmic, and then that's the Cosmic sound effect, is it? If we start over with Cosmic, we'll just go through and just give a shout out as to who we are and where you can find us, just so you know. Cosmic.
Hi, I'm Cosmic Outpost. I'm with the Miskatonic Playhouse. I also have Roll for Sanity. And if you want a little bookmark for Roll for Sanity, come and see me. I've got one for everyone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Camille. I'm from the How We Roll podcast primarily. I'm wearing a How We Roll t-shirt because I thought this is the one place people might go, I know that thing. Whee! Really excited to be here. This is the first live game I've ever done. I'm very excited. It's a bit of like a unknown bucket list item that I can tick off and go, oh, I did that. If anyone wants to find me online, I'm mostly in the How We Roll Discord, usually hanging around there, and various other Discords, to be fair, so you might come across me. I'm also on Blue Sky at Camille brew like a cup of tea. So if you want to follow me on that. But yeah, very excited.
We'll come to Mike last because it's important that we come to Mike last. Keris.
Hi, I'm Keris. I am from Chaosium and I edit the Cthulhu by Gaslight line. And I work for the man in the keeper chair there, so I am extremely nervous tonight.
You've got an idea what might be coming. I'm T.A. Newman, Miskatonic Playhouse, writer for Miskatonic Repository, council chair for the Shoggoths, who run Miskatonic Repository conventions. So every October there's an amazing online convention celebrating the repository and the works where anybody can get involved and run games. So check it out. It'll be on the YouTube, not the YouTubes, it'll be on Facebook and it'll be on Discord, specifically Discord. But massively in anticipation of this man here in the middle. So we'll hand over to Mike Mason. Guys, should we give a round of applause?
That will sum up tonight, I think. Okay. Hello, I'm Mike Mason. I'm from Chaosium, as you already know. But you may not know is that me and Paul Frickett also do a podcast that's nothing to do with Call of Cthulhu. It's called EldritchStories.com, and our new season started this week. Whoa! With a first episode with a story. It's my one. The Call, called The Call, by me, but read by Paul. And if you want to hear stories about bottles of syrup and the souls of the damned, you should carry on listening to our podcast. But go and find us on Facebook and download and listen. They last about 5 minutes. Each one is a little story kind of thing. Anyway, moving on. Tonight, what are we doing? We're playing Call of Cthulhu.
We are, yes.
Playing Call of Cthulhu. Okay, so I saw in the schedule, this is scheduled for like 3 hours.
At least.
And I said, that's madness. Nobody wants to watch me play for 3 hours. So this game has a auto cutoff.
Yeah.
Around the 2 hour mark. If it ends before then, it will end before then because that's what you have caused, you players. Yeah. But it may run somewhere about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Would you like a break in the middle? Audience, I'm asking. Yes?
Yeah. Tea break?
Yeah.
So I will forget that. So when you all start doing things like waving your hand, audience, yeah, that's my cue to remember you want a break, and I will come to an actual break. Okay?
Hedge, do you want to give us an official maybe halftime wave? There it is. That's a great practice. Yeah.
Okay. This scenario is called Conspiracy of Ravens. And is set in 1894, which is Cthulhu by Gaslight.
Yes!
Okay, and I have a plethora of characters to choose from. No, I have more than 4, which is very rare for me. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you who they are and what they are, okay? And you probably want me to read them all first, don't you? So I'll do that. Okay. So there's Xerxes Arundell, who is a German adventurer. There is a lady with no name. So your choice, but she is an occultist.
Could she be called the lady with no name?
You can do what you like. There is Lady Constantine, or otherwise known as Faith, who is an aristocrat. There is Lady Lady Fenning, who is a gentlewoman. There is Dr. Lucas Khalil, who is an alienist. And there is Bernard Crimpley, who is but a gentleman scientist. Okay, so do I have takers for the lady with no name occultist? Xerxes Arundell, the German adventurer. Somebody needs to take him into it.
Yeah, go on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Be prepared for a terrible accent. Apologies in advance.
Lady Constantine, Bernard Crimpley, Dr. Khalil, the alienist, or the gentlewoman, Lady Fenning?
Let's go with the alienist, if you don't mind.
Alienist, okay.
Thank you.
Oh, my word.
I will give them a moment to read. So talk amongst yourselves, or I shall set the scene. Okay, so what the players don't know and what they maybe will learn when they get to page 2 if they look at it, is they are all members of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. So do you know what that is if I look at you? Does anyone not know what it is? Don't be, yeah, okay. Okay, so the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, we will just call them the Golden Dawn from now, were a real occult organisation in Gaslight Britain and into the early 1900s. People like T.S. Eliot, Aleister Crowley, probably the most famous member, but many well-known English occultists and so on, Welsh occultists as well, were members. It's a, if I say ceremonial magic organisation, so they weren't, doing, I'll read your mind. They were doing these big rituals and celebrations, summoning, trying to, open their vistas of reality to other planes of existence, what the secrets of the life beyond. What they were really big into, things like astral projection, sending their minds into the other and seeing what was going on, and encountering strange things. And of course, what they really loved to do was psychic battles with their enemies, which meant looking at them really hard and staring and all that kind of thing. But all these characters are members of this organisation for varying degrees. Now, obviously, some members were very scientifically minded and they were looking for evidence. Others were more belief guided and they were just had a faith in this kind of stuff. Others were just power hungry. Others were kind of, well, for whatever various reasons, they're members. And each of you can decide. There is a bit of hint on your character sheet what you may be, but it's entirely up to you. Also, you can change anything on your character sheet that you like, apart from your sanity score and your look. In fact, is there any character without a look score?
No, good.
No, you've all got one. That's cool. Okay. Okay, so we are going to do luck spend. If you want to spend luck, you can spend it. I advise you to spend a lot of luck very early on. It's the best thing to do.
But Mike, I've only got 40.
Oh, that's more than enough. Okay. So, do you have any questions about your characters at the moment before we introduce them?
No.
Okay. So, when you introduce your character, you can say what the hell you like. Yeah? You want to make it up, you want to read out what's on there, or whatever you want to introduce. Now, clearly, you know each other, okay? I'll tell you about the setup in a minute, but you know each other. And you have all been invited to something together. Okay, so you have travelled together beyond London into the wilds of Norfolk. Okay? That's the setup I'll give you at the minute, but we'll start. Newman, perhaps you will kick us off. Give us who are you? What are you doing?
Guten Tag. My name is Xerxes Ozymandias Arundell. And I am known to my friends as a adventurer, admired by many, obsessed over by few, disliked by everybody. But here I am respected for my scientific beliefs, and I believe Kosia Sandhe, which means for the sake of knowledge.
I am Faith, Lady Constantine. I'm the Dowager Countess of Tring. And obviously, in normal life, I would be far superior to these people. But as part of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn, we are all equals in our search for the great unknown and for our own personal enlightenment. So I have condescended to go with these people to wherever it is that we are being summoned.
Hello, my name? You don't have the right to know my name. Just say I'm an admirer of the occult. And my acquaintances at the Order have given to calling me Jane Doe. I don't know what it means. And, well, my name as part of my membership is Sapere Orde, Dare to Know. Because if you dared to know my actual name, I might have to kill you.
Hello. I'm Dr. Carly, and I'm an alienist. I'd love to get into your mind. My beard is beautifully neat, and you might find it somewhat attractive with my appearance score. And my membership name is Actor Non Verba. You can guess what that means. That was me.
Okay.
Can I roll Latin?
Yeah.
Figure out what that means? I don't know.
Do we know what that means?
Okay.
It's a mystery.
Point of order. Can I just double check that Xerxes
Yeah.
and the lady with no name noticed the extra thing on the back of their character sheet and the extra skill at the end of their skill list?
Yeah.
On the page 2 of your character sheet, I should say. At the top of page 2 of the character sheet, on the right-hand side, to be absolutely specific.
Very
Just
specific.
to point out,
Yes,
there is some special information on there that you may find useful at some point.
Yeah.
I'm just going to let you know that every other group of people that played that have completely ignored that advice. So feel free to do the same. Okay. Let us begin. Okay, it is 1884. You have been summoned or invited to Pemberton House by August Fenchurch, who is the owner of the house, who is also a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. He has requested your assistance in performing a ceremonial magical ritual, which he hopes will, dissolve the barriers to the world beyond. This is a great chance to undertake a serious and important magical working and learn secrets about the universe. Therefore, you are honoured to have been invited to this, original ceremony that he has concocted from his researchers. Okay.
Does he outrank us in the dawn?
Moderately. So, you have made your way from London or wherever you decided to have set yourself up at this point in the year and made your way to Norfolk, to Pemberton House, which the daylight is thinning and the carriage is somewhat bumpy over the bumpy roads that take you out to the outskirts of the middle of nowhere in Norfolk. You can just about see the coast from where you are, but it is some miles away now. And the wind is blowing pretty hard. It gives that kind of slightly Wuthering Heights desolation feel of, wind-torn coastal region, very little build where this house is. It literally is in its own estate in the middle of nowhere. as you bounce along in the carriage, could I have a spot hidden roll?
You may.
Oh, fail from me. 79 over 40.
Okay.
49 over 35, which is also a fail.
75 over 35.
It's a clean sweep, 69 over 25.
Let's all use luck.
Yeah. We're all just living our Wuthering Heights fantasies right now. We're not actually seeing what's going on.
And trying to yeah, okay, well, you continue going on. As you turn a large kind of small wood, really, of trees, as the track kind of skirts around, you kind of come and you can see there are kind of the trees kind of die away to the side, and there's kind of like flat land, and you can see in the distance, you can see a country house. As you see the country house, I say it's evening. The light is starting to fade, but there is a murmuration of starlings kind of between you and the house, filling the sky, and a murmur, hundreds of starlings, all, making this kind of one shape in the sky as it kind of twists and turns and undulates. And it's quite, an interesting sight. Maybe, one or two of you at least catch and maybe point out to the others, and you're kind of leaning out a little bit. And suddenly, there are the sound of ravens, as a group of ravens come from nowhere and basically dive bomb this murmuration of starlings, sending them scattering across the sky, and spoiling what was quite a nice sight. And these ravens and all the birds suddenly disappear, basically, and fly off, having no more fun for them, I'm afraid, because the ravens have got in the way. However, you approach Pemberton House, and you see there is a stout stone wall surrounding the estate, made of Suffolk pink stone, which is a deep and dusky terracotta, a slate common to the area. And as you get out of the carriage, as it pulls up in front, the wind is freezing. It bites into your sides as you exit the carriage, and blows and stuff. And you see, and finally kind of look up and see Pemberton House, with it's kind of like a grand kind of building with a number of turrets, kind of, at various points around the house. Not a castle kind of thing. It's a house with a kind of a thin turret here and a large turret there and another turret over there, kind of thing. Very kind of fairly grand, and just the kind of thing you would expect somebody in the Golden Dawn to live in. However, night is rapidly falling as you approach and knock on the door, where you are greeted by a butler, who introduced himself as Hounslow. And Hounslow smiles and says, we've been expecting you. Welcome to Pemberton House. Please come inside from the wind. I will arrange your luggage to be brought in.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Please, in, ladies.
Yes, all in good time.
Quite.
I was wondering, the murmuration of starlings being interrupted by the ravens. I think the lady with no name is always looking for portents and signs and trying to understand things. Perhaps I could roll some occult insight into what that might mean as a portent of our evening.
Certainly you could. Give me an occult roll, please.
So I might not be able to see normal everyday things, but when it comes to the occult, 35 under 70.
Ooh. Oh, yay. Right. Okay. Right. Well, it's birds. Birds. There's all sorts of gubbins about birds.
Yes,
Some people like, chopping them up and reading their entrails. Other people,
Oh, I do that every
read
Saturday night.
More commonly, people have divined the future by watching the flight of the birds, whether they fly this way or that way or up and down and all that kind of thing. And so there's a lot of lore about birds, but obviously, the ravens, as such, they are associated with the Tower of London in London, which you'd be familiar with, and and so on. Okay, so your best guess is an ill omen. That the ravens, the sudden appearance of the ravens, the dispersal of the starlings is unusual. Certainly the number of ravens that you saw was kind of unusual.
Yeah.
In what one might think was almost like a coordinated attack on the starlings, it seemed a little unusual. And so your best kind of guess on it is a portent of ill omen.
Yes, I think the lady with no name just turns to her companions and says, "Yes, I think we may all die tonight," and then just mysteriously walks into the house. But she says that every night, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
She says that every night. I would not worry.
When she stops saying it, we should probably worry.
Yeah.
Let's get out of this wind. It's most uncomfortable.
Hounslow?
Hounslow will take you inside, shuts the door, and he leads you through the hallway, through what is quite a grand library, into a drawing room, and asks if you would, have a seat here while he takes your coats, and he offers refreshments, which are basically some drinks in decanters on the side with various glasses. Please help yourself. I will arrange for your bags to come in into your rooms, and then once they're there, I will let you know, and you can then refresh yourselves in your rooms and take a rest before the master of the house appears.
Delightful. Do you think he's actually going to do it this time?
Well, he has invited us here. This seems like as good as opportunity as ever. Science is right. It will happen.
Science. Foolish.
You laugh at science?
Yes. The sky and the birds and the signs. It tells you everything you need to know.
The biological, physiological nature of the birds tells you everything you need to know.
There's meaning beyond the meaning.
It's called science. That's the meaning behind the meaning.
Are you sure you're really cut out for the Golden Dawn?
The magic you talk of exists, but we know it as magic. When we understand it, we'll know it as science.
Here, have a brandy, chap. It might help you understand a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you. Drinks for everybody?
Yes.
Yes, I suppose.
Very
Dr.
kind.
Carly will fill everyone's glasses.
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Excellent. Okay. You have yourself to pour, brandy, gin, whatever you like. Whiskey, probably.
All
of them. And
A little sherry for me, please.
you hear the front, you can hear, it's not next to you, but you can kind of hear the front door close and open a few times as he kind of struggles to bring in your various luggage and so forth. But, it's a good kind of half an hour as you're sort of left alone to cogitate amongst yourselves. I'm presuming you're not doing anything other than sitting in the room drinking and chatting idly.
Perhaps
Unless you're not doing that.
having a look around, taking in the environment. I mean, we're here for a reason. We know we're here for this, to look at the, breaking the barriers to the or to the world beyond. So, is there anything our host Fenchurch has perhaps left out? Any notes? Any books? Any items?
Well, that would be useful, wouldn't it?
It would.
But unfortunately, no, it's not.
Bugger.
I can't help but sort of check out the upholstery and the curtains and that sort of thing and see if he's really a man of real class or is some sort of nouveau riche type.
You would say he's not nouveau riche. You would say that this has got a faded glory
Oh, he's a proper gentleman then.
of,
Landed.
when bought new some years ago. This was expensive stuff that has worn and aged in time and probably due for replacement now. But, it's still okay, but it's fading. Faded glory, as we would say. There is a kind of, you hear a noise, unlike what you've been hearing so far. And from another door into the room comes August Fenchurch, your host, who is he's got a waistcoat on and a cravat. And hand trousers and so forth.
No trousers.
My God, man!
Now that's a sign.
That's an omen.
An ill omen. We don't know.
But his hair is kind of all very dishevelled, and he's clearly kind of in the middle of wandering, and he kind of stumbles in the room, kind of not really realising you're here. And he looks at, please excuse me.
Mr. Fenchurch.
Please excuse me. I didn't realise you were here. And Hamster appears, looking, put upon and wet and wind beaten and so forth. Forgive me, Master. Your guests have arrived. I was just momentarily moving their luggage in from outside. Anyway, he dismisses Hounslow with a off you do then, and so very good to have you here. Thank you very much for coming.
Pleasure to be here, old chap. How are you doing? How are you doing?
This infernal ritual is driving me to distraction, ironing out the final kinks, as they say. But I think we are here, and I believe it will open our eyes.
Yeah. That is why we are here. Yeah.
Indeed, I believe we will dissolve the barriers about the world beyond, and thereby we will be able to speak to those we have lost.
Jolly good, jolly good.
Now, a quick background aside on your August Fenchurch host. He, if you remember, he lost his wife and children in a terrible coaching accident some 5 years ago, and effectively widowed. And the loss was deeply felt in him, and he disappeared from society for quite some time. And it is only in the last 12 months that he, reappeared really, and started to reappear occasionally at various golden meetings and so forth, and claimed, that obviously he was in mourning, and but in his sorrow. He found distraction in reading various books he had collected over the years. He never really had time to read before, and it is through this research that he's come upon this ritual, which he now, which is the first time you've heard this, he's claiming will allow contact with those he's lost. Let's face it, but maybe you as well. Who knows? He seems quite energized by this at this point, and so you are prepared and ready. Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes, of course.
what a great adventure! The greatest adventure, the last great adventure. Yeah.
But old chap, are you prepared to maybe see loved ones again? Could be quite a jolt to you, and it was quite a shock last time you lost them.
But I will see them again, and I will, and we will break through the veil, and not only will I and you be able to speak to those we have lost, we will discover things that are the unknown. We will find out what is beyond, and we will form that bridge and connection, and we will change things.
Yes, you will speak to your wife again. I spoke with her again. This morning, in fact.
You what?
I've spoken to her. Just glimpses. But I sense that she is near. She's near.
Yes. It is a sign. It is a sign. The aspects are aligning. The cosmic realities are into focus, and we will succeed. Yes. Yes. It is. You're here. You bring. Yes. You bring the success to it. Yes.
Yes. I like to think that they've spoken before at a meeting and just being the swindler that she is, wanting to ingratiate herself with the upper classes because she's middle class. Yes, she sort of maybe takes her veil off, and you might recognise that she's spoken to you before. And yes, I've seen your wife on the other side. Glimpses, and she says she loves the new curtains that that you put up in the living room, and the children are waiting to see you, and grasps your hands and says, "And I will help you. I will help you get to the other side, to break this barrier."
Yes.
That's the last thing I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Gripping a little too tight. Yes. And we need all of your concentration, your focuses, your power, and we will succeed, and we will see things no one has seen before. Yes, Fenchurch. No, I'm Fenchurch.
It'll be
My
through
God, he's mad.
through the pure magic of the
What gave it away?
Is this when we turn and there's no Onslow and it's just you going, ha ha.
Hansel has appeared in the corner, been a bit quiet. Your guest rooms are ready. I'll be happy to show them to their rooms, your rooms.
Mr. Fenchurch, before we go, does this ritual have a name?
I've not yet rested upon a name suitable, thank you, for this ritual. We will. I am not sure yet.
Right.
We'll see. We'll see.
But it's an old ritual, or one you have created yourself?
I have created myself, but from the threads of elder rituals.
I see.
Now, if you
How
wish
very
to
exciting.
make a psychology roll.
Well,
Sure.
Yes.
Probably should at this point.
Oh, no. A 91 over 10.
Right.
Do you want to use luck?
I think I'll just revel in my natural assumption that you're completely fine and sane.
I'm rather pleased because I got a hard success, 20 over 51.
Well, I got a 1 over 30. I can see your wife so clearly. I can see her. She's coming to you. I know what's happening. And I'm looking deeply into his eyes. And what do I say?
Being an old hand at this kind of, what do we call it? Conning people.
Yes. It's a good grift.
You recognise this chap is clearly still mourning and in deep sorrow for his lost family. To you, that's is a clear mark in that respect, but you genuinely can see that he is heartfelt. He's definitely heartfelt in his belief that this ritual will allow him to talk to his lost wife and children, mainly his wife. But again, and you get this sense as well. You also get the sense, though, particularly with your role, and whether you wish to share this with anyone is up to you, is that he is lying about something. When asked about the ritual, there was definitely a kind of that momentary pause about, I've concocted it myself, and but I've kind of drawn from other ancient rituals in it. You get the sense that something about that isn't quite right. That he's not quite telling you the truth on that. It's partly true, but something not. You get the sense that something's not is missing, basically.
Yeah. I think game recognizes game. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna expose his lie. But I do think my character thinks back to the ill omen that she saw earlier, and feels a little tense, but is also just still going, yes, and I will help you. I will be there by your side to help you cross the bridge to the new world. Just hamming it up.
Okay, he's lapping it up. Loves it. But then, as Hounslow is trying to get you to your rooms, he goes, "Oh yeah, I will see you later, and I will. We will talk more, and we will prepare for the ritual tonight, this evening. But in the meantime, please take a rest and refresh yourselves. Hounslow, my good housekeeper, will prepare sustenance, a meal of sorts for you, which will help strengthen you for the fortitude for the ritual later on. Yes.
Yes.
And then with that kind of blusters out, basically, without giving you a chance to really kind of say anything else. He kind of just disappears through the door he came in through. Hounslow leads you back out the way you came, through the large library, and then into the corridor, up the grand staircase to the various kind of guest rooms above. It doesn't really matter where they all are. They're all upstairs, yeah? If you want to all be next to one another, you can be spread about, but basically, you're upstairs in your rooms, okay? As you come to your rooms, each of them smells the same. It's an unusual smell, perhaps, to some of you. It is a kind of a heady, cloying kind of smell, like someone's been burning herbs or something in your rooms. Now, if some of you may know what this is with a no roll, given that you're all slightly occulty.
Yes.
22 under 73. That's a hard success.
You can have a tick. Not that I gave you permission anyway. You can do it yourself. But anyway, but I was just saying.
Hard success.
Hard success.
Yes.
Hard success for the
21
doctor.
under 75.
And a hard success for the occultist.
It's like you're all part of like an occult society. You know that. You can't. Normally in Call of Cthulhu, you roll, you fail. Isn't it?
This is what we do at home.
So you are immediately. Oh, I know what this is. This is Althea, otherwise known as marshmallow root. Which you kind of probably know is like a herbal remedy for often used in poultices, particularly for kind of soothing burns, that kind of thing. However, what you also know is in occult practice, it's used to stimulate psychic power. And in some cases, some believe it is also a form of protection. And another theory, which some of you may know, it is sometimes used to attract good spirits. And clearly someone's been burning a lot of it upstairs.
Is there an opportunity to speak to Hounslow?
Speak to
Hounslow.
Yes, because he'll take you to your round. As he pushes you in the room, you can see.
Hounslow, me old China. What's the tea on your master?
What? I'm not sure. What do you mean?
If this doesn't work, he's going to be jolly upset, you know. I mean, it was bad enough last time, and do you think he's actually going to do it? Has he been seeing some real experts, or is he... Well, I don't wish to be rude. Is he making this up as he goes along?
There's a moment when he does this kind of double take with his eyes, and if you could read his mind, he says, well, isn't all this made up that you lot are into? There's a kind of like this kind of common sense wave goes across him, like, surely you know this is all rubbish. And then he figures out, oh, no, you don't. Well, he's the master has spent a long time working very hard on this ritual that he calls it, that he hopes you will aid him in. I believe whatever happens, it will bring him great relief.
Good, good. If it doesn't and it goes all pear-shaped, do you have any laudanum on hand?
I fear I'm out of it at the moment. I believe we may have some in the medicine.
Lovely. If I call for my special whiskey, bring it at once.
Of course. And again, there's that momentary pause where he looks at you and I go, yes, of course.
Good
Yes,
chap.
I understand.
I say he's a good butler.
Your luggage is, as said, in your rooms awaiting you. They're nicely appointed rooms. Clearly have not been. They're clean and tidy and been cleaned recently, but they've clearly he's not had this for many a year, really. But you can make yourselves at home. Cast off your wind-bedeviled rags that you arrived in, throw off your, whatever, change your footwear and whatever, freshen your face, have a lie down, pour yourself another whiskey, whatever you want to do. Or you could do something else.
I think the woman with no name is incredibly appreciative of the marshmallow root. It's just such a wonderful smell. She uses it herself in her own spiritualism practice. And I think she just kind of immediately sits on the floor and just starts like humming and kind of with her eyes closed, sensing the room. And tries to see if she can sense any friendly spirits in the house, see if she connects with anything's coming to her.
Okay, so that's an astral awareness roll, I believe.
I wanted to roll that, but I've only got a 25, so we'll see. 48.
Push the roll.
Would you like to push the roll?
I hum even more intensely. Gonna find some nice spirits. That
Didn't
says,
wait till I gave her a...
that's a 7.
Yeah.
That is a 7.
That's a 7.
Oh!
Thank you. The extra humming really helps.
As you think harder, spending
My temple is
or
pulsing.
in game talk, spend longer time, attuning yourself to the
Yes,
vibrations. You do feel you start to feel a presence. It's you see an indistinct dark shadow. Okay, you're seeing it in your mind. You're not actually visualizing it. You're visualizing it in your mind rather than in your eyesight. And as you kind of you sense it's over here, and you kind of like turn and you open your eyes, kind of not really expecting to see something, but you wouldn't be surprised if you did. And as you look, you see, there's one of the windows there. There's nothing in the room. And then suddenly, at the window,
Oh God.
there is a raven on the outside of the window, perched itself on the ledge, looking in at you. Taps the window a couple of times.
Quoth the raven.
And sits there looking at you, basically.
Oh,
and about, every now and again, at the window. Almost like it's communicating with you.
Maybe my familiar has finally arrived. And I'm going to very cautiously tiptoe to the window and see if I can slowly open it to let
It's a
in
sash window.
my friend. Oh, yes, I will. Whoop. Push it up.
Oh, as soon as it gets, the minimum height for it to come in, it's straight inside. It swoops in, flies up, and flies straight to the top of that wardrobe and sits on top of it, almost as if it was sitting on a busted palace. Almost.
Someone should write a poem.
It sits there looking at you.
What say you, Mr. Raven?
It says nothing. It just looks at you.
Perhaps I was incorrect and you weren't an ill omen. Perhaps we're the ravens.
Meanwhile, who's got the lowest look out of the three of you?
Mine is 70.
Oh, well, not you then.
65.
80.
Oh, that will be me.
Cunning. That's not water.
gigantic gin and tonic.
Like a real life spot hidden.
Okay.
It's a fricker.
How to make the game go with a bang. Okay. So, you're in your. What are you doing in your room?
Dr.
Don't
Col-
go into too much detail.
Dr. Colley was thinking of going downstairs and looking at the library.
Oh, were you? Not the library.
Maybe the library.
Okay. As you leave, or about to leave your room, you maybe swapped your jacket
Smoky
or something,
jacket.
you open the door. You're just about to kind of step out. You hear at the window. You
I know
turn,
this one.
You see a raven at your window, and now this, unlike the other raven that you know nothing about, but just to compare and contrast, this raven is
Goodness.
window, very agitated.
Look at that thing. It's trying to get in. Oh, well.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Awful pest.
There's two kinds of people in the world.
And you make your way downstairs.
He's making his way down to the library to see if he can tell what books might have been used in the library.
Okay. Meanwhile, what are you doing?
I've happened to have brought my my gun cases with me, just in case there was a chance for shooting some snipe or something out on the Norfolk marshes. So I'll get my 16 bore out, and I will be just check it's all right after the
Bit of
journey.
oil.
Yeah, maybe oil it, and whatever you do with shotguns, break them and look down the barrels, and then.
Is it like just kind of wave them around the room, imagining who you're about to shoot?
Normally. And then I'm going to go and look out of the window and just see if I can spot any beautiful clouds of snipe.
Oh, look. There's 3 ravens flying around outside your window, and 2 of them kind of like see you and kind of fly straight to the window and kind of land straight on the perch and go at your window.
Well, you're a little bit too
They're very
close
close range.
to
You get
shoot.
a really good easy shot.
Yes, that wouldn't be terribly sporting, would it? They have to be on the wing. I bang on the pane to make them go away.
Okay. They startle a little and fly off. And you can see that, and they kind of, there's a little tree over there. They kind of end up in this tree, all looking at you from their perch on this branch. Look, it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not uber weird, but it's a little, but they're birds, they're just watching.
Portentous.
And you have to shoot them away, so they're like, looking at you like that. What are you doing?
Xerxes was getting ready for dinner, and then before going down, was going to go and have a look at the children's room. I was hoping to learn a little bit about the family, because I'm not that sure about one of our companions knowing all these secrets, and I thought perhaps if I could find out a few truths, I could maybe catch someone in a little trap.
Okay. Mental note, audience. Mike forgets it's not a 4-hour game, so I'm going to move it on a little bit. This is what happens. Anyway, okay, fine. So, right, what we're going to do is, Raven in the room.
Yes.
What it does next, it dive bombs you.
Oh.
Do you want to dodge?
How rude.
Or do you want to swing out of the way, or do you just want to, you're going to dodge. It's basically fight back or dodge. What do you want to do?
Oh, well, I was trying to tempt it to land on my shoulder to be my pet, but clearly this is not going well.
Well, you do that, and
Right, let's see. Dodge 35. I got a fighting brawl of 40. Better than my dodge, so maybe I'll try to punch it.
give me a roll.
We'll see. I rolled a 9. What is happening?
Okay, you beat me. You batted away. Roll damage. So
It's not very kind of you, Mr. Raven.
you got no damage bonus, so give me a D3.
D3. That'll be a 1.
Okay, so you bash it. You don't damage the raven yourself, but you bash it and it flicks into the wall. And it just catches its wing. Oh, and its wing. Oh, and it kind of falls to the floor, doing that pitiful bird thing with one wing kind of sprayed out and kind of going, nah.
It did try to dive bomb. I'm just saying, I was just defending
It looked
myself.
like it dived. I mean, it might have been trying to just land on your shoulder. And,
Oh,
you know,
man.
I don't know.
Now I'm the bad guy.
I don't know. I don't speak bird, so it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't look like I have any animal handling either, so I don't know if I can even try to apologise to this poor bird.
I mean, the window's still open. Do you want to try and see if it, you can
Yeah.
pick it up and
see if I
throw it out the window?
jimmy it out the
maybe that
window.
will make it better and it'll fly away, or
Oh, absolutely.
or
Wait, how high up
put it
are
in
we?
a sock drawer and
17th floor.
make a little nest.
Oh God! Yeah, we're going in the drawer. We're going with the drawer. I'm going to put it in. Say there's an old armoire in the room or something. I'm just going to lock it in the armoire for now.
Okay, it lets you pick it up and it
Yeah.
kind of quiets down. Kind of you do that kind of. Oh, you feel really bad.
I do.
Really, really bad.
Oh,
It's only a poor bird.
yeah.
And you pick it up and you put it in the armoire.
Okay.
As you set it down, it does that kind of all kind of closes in. But look, it looks right. And then it really bites your finger really, really hard and draws blood. And do you take a point of damage? Because it really
Yeah.
hurts. Sod.
Using birds. Birds are my weakness. I love birds, Mike. Okay, yeah, no, I deserve that.
And then it kind of sits in there, kind of like, now I am the master of the drawer.
You feisty bird. Get in the drawer. We'll have a conversation about this later.
Meanwhile, in the library,
Another brandy?
could you make a spot hidden roll?
Sure. Yes, happy to fail that for you.
Okay. In the library. There's a lot of books in here.
Berries.
What would you like to do particularly?
He's going to look at the books that are maybe not there. So the sections they are from, so a bit of alchemy, is it? Biology, history, because one assumes he's taken these books off the shelf and in his frame of mind, he's probably not going to have put them back. So he's trying to reverse engineer the collection of information that he's using to do this ritual.
Okay. I think if I interpret what you just said, you're looking at the shelves of the library and you're looking for gaps. Yeah? Okay. You find gaps.
Okay. Which sections are they in?
The occult section.
Right.
Tracks.
He's good at this library stuff. The doctor's very pleased. He's doing something with the occult.
Some of the other occult books are still there to give you a sense of what they might be. There's Kardec's Gospel According to Spiritism, the Medium's Book, the Spirit's Book, and the Genesis. These are all around circa kind of the 1850s through to the 1860s. Some of them you will have read. Certainly you're kind of familiar with Alan Kardec, a writer writing about ghosts and spirits. Not really ghosts, but spirits and communication, that kind of thing. There is plenty of books on spiritualism, is what I'm saying. Yeah. There's also a lot of journals which are connected to this kind of thing. There's the British Spiritualist Telegraph. There's the Human Nature magazine. There's Medium and Daybreak and Two Worlds, which are, again, all titles you're kind of familiar with. You may even subscribe to one of these, for all I know. But the overwhelming message is this guy has been very interested in speaking with the dead or learning how to for some time. There's clearly, obviously, a copy of Isis Unveiled, because there has to be in every occult library, by Helena Blavatsky. There's also The Doctrine of Transcendental Magic as well. All familiar titles, as I say. But while you're looking over the gaps, going, if only I knew what the gaps were, your eyes are casting around and seeing these titles I've read out to you, kind of thing. However, make a library use. See if you spot something special.
That is a 73. No.
Would you like to spend some luck on the roll?
With a library use of 30, probably not. Can I push the roll?
How are you pushing the roll?
I would like to think that he's going to get one of those ladders to get up and have a look at this top level shelf.
Top level. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I don't know.
He's going to have the good stuff on the top shelf.
Okay.
So,
All right. Let's do it.
that's even worse. 76. Can I use your dice?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
As you straddle the top, you go, look over there. And I'm just kind of doing that thing. I can't be bothered to climb down and move the ladder. Just about reach it is when, from nowhere, this raven appears and dive bombs you from a surprise attack, in other words, and sends you falling, tumbling off these ladders onto the hardwood floor below. I will let you make a jump roll to see if you can reduce damage a little bit.
Fantastic. Newman knows I love jump rolls. That is a fantastic 99. And
Should have used my dice, Cosmic.
with a jump of 20, that's a fumble, I'm afraid.
Well, it would be a D6. Yeah, because it's one level down. So we're going to say it's 6.
Lovely.
You'll start because you fumbled that roll.
Youch.
And I'm going to say you knocked yourself unconscious.
Yes, that is completely 19 on his con roll. But yes, he is unconscious.
Marvellous. So, meanwhile, what's going on here?
We got back in the carriage.
Okay, so
We're at the pub.
I was in the children's room. You were playing with guns.
I was.
you were playing with the guns.
Yeah.
So you've cleaned the shotgun. You watched these 3 ravens giving you the eye from the tree. But I presume you can't not doing anything else in terms of that thing, are you?
It's probably a little early in the day to start shooting out of windows. So,
Okay.
I shall, once I've changed for dinner,
Yep.
I shall head downstairs
Okay.
towards the library.
Okay.
I'm going to have a poke around in the kids' room. I'm looking I kind of want to go in there and rather than hum, I was hoping to go in and use my approach to trying to identify if there are any unusual energies or spirits, a very physics approach to looking at this. So looking at the space, looking at the movement in the space, the measurements of everything, and trying to see if there's any sense of spirits as such.
Good luck with that.
Okay. What role might you make to do that?
I was hoping an astral awareness roll.
Okay. Make the roll.
I have rolled a 19 under 25.
Okay.
And I was showing Keris just because otherwise it's like, sure he did.
Okay. There's a smell of burning. Smell of burning flesh. And there's you feel like a wave of heat kind of go across you. It feels like you're standing next to a fire, but there's no fire there. But the smell is it's overpoweringly cloying, and you want to retch because it smells like flesh burning, and you hear this female scream in your ear. There's nothing there. You hear it's like this phantom presence is screaming in your ear with all the fear, anger, pain of being burnt alive. And you know that because that's what it feels like. And as you kind of like almost take a back step and reel, for a moment, you see a young woman that you know, is dressed in what looks to be like a housemaid's uniform, burning. Literally, her flesh is on fire, smoke, clothes kind of turning to rags and burning and turning away, screaming agony as literally her kind of face melts, and then it's gone. Sanity roll.
Yeah. Oh, Scheiße. 79 over 45. Failure.
Okay. One sanity loss. Why I ought to get some new dice. Okay.
I will come out of the room and I'll kind of come downstairs, hopefully to meet the others, and hopefully even to meet Fenchurch. And I guess I'll kind of run into the library. That seems to be the room that we all seem to be going through.
Yeah.
Where are you? Yeah, hello?
I think your room is near.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on your way out, as you maybe, I don't know, but you
I can knock on the door. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I'd be like, my lady, I apologise for knocking on your door. Did you hear anything? Did you hear screaming?
I heard you scream.
I screamed a manly scream. Did you hear like a non-manly scream? Mine was like a rah, not like a ha. So, did you hear that?
No, not at all.
Okay, and did you feel any the heat, the warmth? Did you feel any of this?
It's Norfolk. There's no warmth around here.
Yes, no, of course. I went into the children's room and I saw a woman, a maid, like a housemaid, and she was burning. She was melting. Her clothes and her arms were on fire, and she was screaming.
You saw this?
I saw this in the room, in the children's room.
That's appalling. Oh.
Well, that was my first thought as well. Appalling.
There's not been a fire that we know of, has there?
I don't think so. May I ask you a favour?
Yes.
Let us not mention this to the lady without a name. Not yet.
She will see it as a portent of doom.
She sees everything as a portent of doom.
And I'm always right.
And on that, we shall have a break.